What's up, guys, boys and girls? Super hot here today. Muggy is... Anyway, giving shout outs to the YouTube fan base. Appreciate everything you do. Like, sub, share. Get the truth out there. Be positive. Do your research. Our camp out is this week, Saturday. May have some showers here and there, but we're still going to hold it and go forward. But anyway, I wanted to make this video in correlation to some of the other things. I have received a couple of emails and a couple of things from people, and there was recently a blog written called The Bigfoot Field Guide, a Bigfoot Cabal. And I got some really interesting news. I'm going to share something with you that's right here. So listen to this first. This is an editorial. The Bigfoot Field Guide attempts to do BS, basically. Ryan Reading recently posted a YouTube video. A link is at the bottom of the page for anyone wanting to waste about 8 minutes of your life. Whatever. He don't really want to give me hits by embedding it. Where he basically proclaimed that there's a super secret Bigfoot cabal. For those who don't know who Ryan Reading is, Ryan came into the Bigfoot community scene back in January of this year. I was already there prior to that. I was just quiet, observing for a little while. Maybe I've been in the group forums for about a year, which I really don't care about. I had been researching since 2013, and I was privy to some conversations and some Skype meetings prior to that. But this shows you, and I told you they would write things like this. If you take a look, a Bigfoot cabal. Now, why go and do this? Why? Why are you doing this? There's only two reasons. Really, only one reason. You're scared, and they're trying to clear their name of what I might know. Because, don't forget, I sat alongside those Skype meetings when people didn't know. See, guys, this is how Skype works. Here's Skype, here's your screen, and you can see who's there. You can't see who's sitting next to you. There's no way. So when people talk, they don't know. And I was privy to some very good information. Anyway, this link goes on. The vast majority of the community quickly deemed a photo to be a cross-country skier. No, he did that. The person that wrote this. Darkwing is his name. His real name is Darren. Last name is Lee. Darren Lee. He co-founded the MABRC. If you recall, they had that whole thing where they pushed up the daisy in a box. They pumped that up. So, was that real or was that a cover-up? I'm still curious who has the body. Anyway, then he goes on to share some text messages that he's shared with me. How he states, for the love of Pete's sake, you can't be respected until you completely change your ways. Are you kidding me? Who are you or anybody else to tell me I can't be respected? You don't respect yourself. You think you can go around and tell people what they have to do and how they have to act and how they have to be and how they have to research, and this is it, and here's your field guide, and I have to play ball with you? Why? Why do I have to do that? You tell me. What are you doing for me? Have you been to my area? No, you haven't. I've given you my report. When I had my most recent sighting, I filled out all your appropriate paperwork. I spoke with you. I gave you information. And this isn't directly against Darren, but now this is because Darren wrote this thread about me. See, I shared a video not too long ago sharing some messages that people had sent to me with no names. Darren was in some of those messages, as that's why he's writing this about me. That's the funny part. Along with a bunch of other people. There was many, many others. secondly, you will need to pull away from idiots like Fred Canny, Daniel Benoit, or Rick Dyer. I was with the ECBR, not with them. I was doing podcasts with them. I like Fred very much. I still talk to Fred. Fred's a good dude. Daniel, I talk to, even though I don't share the same views as Daniel. He's went on his own direction. That's not my business. Let's see. He goes on the 4th and 5th, and maybe if you listen to people, you will find yourself starting to build it up and being respected because you listen, not putting other people down. And here's the thing, guys. I never put anybody down. What happens when you post something in these forums? Let's say I share this photo here, right? Instead of disagreeing or being somewhat professional or somewhat knowledgeable, you would approach that person to get their backstory, correct? You would get their backstory, you would find out what happened, what goes on, what took place, the whole 9 yards. You know, if it is a decent photo. But instead, they come in and they discredit. The first thing is, I don't believe. Why? Why, if we're putting in the time looking, why do you not believe? Why, if somebody is busting their ass out there, you don't believe? Could it be because people don't want proof? Could it be because they're trying to suppress it? Could it be because they want to muddy the waters? I don't know. So somebody, Darren, took the photo, edited the photo or did whatever he did and said that there's pole sticks in it, that it's a skier. Well, when I invited people, they offered to come out. Steve Culls offered to come out and was going to do a recreation of the whole area. Steve Culls was in a documentary that I was in with Bob Gimlin and other people. You know, everybody shared their own opinions, research, and so on and so forth. Steve never made it. He had some family things to take care of, so on and so forth. I did my own recreation with some of my own measurements. We took a team of guys up there trying to use, you know, sort of a Pythagorean theorem. Trying to get, you know, using a laser rangefinder, certain distances, certain markers, putting the camera back on the same tree, measuring the same heights, distances, the way the ground fell away with a laser, the negative and positive of the ground slope, so on and so forth. The reference tree on the other side being 7.7 feet, I believe it was. Anyway, after we added all these numbers and computed our numbers, I came up with a figure. Then I sent this figure to a friend of mine that is in corporate for Nestle Purina. And they do financing for Nestle Purina. Pretty big, right? So they know what they're doing. And I sent them these figures and I said, I need a number. I'm not telling you what this is for, but I need a number. They came back with the same number. Between 9.5 and 9.8 feet tall was the number that came back to us, roughly. And I say roughly because that is if the ground slope is exactly correct. So we took that, which brings me to another point. When I had my second sighting, I was able to reference the height, which was actually 9.8 feet tall that I measured. When my friend and I were standing there and the Sasquatch walked off, it hit its head on a branch. And when the branch moved, I was able to determine that branch, and I went back to that branch and measured the exact height from the ground, which was 9.8 feet tall. Anyway, so they try to discredit people that have good evidence. See, I was trying to be done with this. And I'll tell you something. They jumped the gun. They jumped the gun by writing this. Now Ryan thinks there's a secret Bigfoot cabal that exists that's keeping him from telling the truth. Folks, I have been in Bigfoot research community for many years, and I can honestly say those are big da-da-da-da. Ryan would like for you to believe on this conspiracy. People, you need to believe. Why would they even write this? Why would they even take the time? Because you guys started to listen a little bit. That's why. So they're going to try to discredit me more. And this won't be the only one. There will be more. More people will come and join them like they always do. Because when you share in a forum, that's what happens. You share your photo, you share your thought, level-headed. This is what you believe it is. And instead of asking questions, talking, and doing all that, they go ballistic. Well, this is this, and this is that, and this should be this point. And instead of constructive criticism, which it's clearly not, it's more like blatant provocal, where they provoke you to get mad, where they want you to get upset. And I laugh because it's funny to me. Do you understand this? It's funny to me. It's unreal, the extent that they go to. I'm going to keep some things under my hat. Just let's keep it at that. I don't want anybody getting any more upset by this. The Bigfoot Field Guide staff firmly believes in the following mantra: extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. He knows some things that I don't have. Other things I do have. I was privy to these Skype things, whatever you want to call them, where they meet in their meetings and they talk on which way the direction of the Bigfoot world is going, and so on and so forth, what they want to do, how they want to pump Daisy up, how they want to bring Daisy down, how they want to do this and do that. And while that's going on, there's other things going on, and nobody even took a look at the Miller documents, did they? Anyway, you can believe me or not, I don't care. I'm in this because I've seen this species, because I want to prove this species, getting my samples tested with the university, all appropriate, right? That's what it is. I'm not criticizing anybody. What I said about Rio, I'm straightforward. Rio's an alright guy. He's made to be the fall guy. He probably doesn't even know it. He's been the main already. He's been certain places already. What I'll say to Rio is I'll extend my research to you. I will pay half of your airfare to get here, and I will pay your hotel stay for 3 days if you do not want to stay in the woods. You can bring a researcher with you or whatever you feel comfortable. I will bring a researcher with me also. I would like to test your skills. I will give you the maps. I will give you the locations where I have had encounters visually, and I would like you to come out here. We can share our theories. I would like you to lead me to where you believe they are. Just so it's there's no margin of error. You're out of your own element. Just so I can see. You never know. I'm trying to bridge the gap here and show everybody that I'm a good person. Anyway, Darren goes on to speak how he's got decades of this and 4,000 times plus this, and he's had 26 encounters where he can honestly say it was a Bigfoot encounter. 26! Are you kidding me? Get out of here. That's a crazy amount that he can say 26 times there was a Bigfoot there. He can say that, but you believe him. Why do you believe him? Because he created the MABRC, right? Who helped him do that? How did that get funded? See, now I wouldn't have done this if you wouldn't have gone and done this. We also have to have thick skins. No, you don't. Be normal. People think normal and logical. It's not about having a thick skin and arguing and fighting. Being rational, down to earth. Let's talk, let's accept, let's figure out the problem. Problem solving. But instead it's totally different. If you want to learn, he keeps using this term, the old timers will be there. Well, you know what, old timers? You've been doing this for 40 years. What do you have to show? Nothing, right? Nothing? Where's the body? Where is it? You tell me. I'm asking you. And you and you and you and you and you and you and all the people out there that are up here that know that I'm talking about them. Where's the body? Ryan is ultimately responsible for his own downfall. I don't need their shit. I really don't. They do nothing for me except give me a headache. I'm in the woods, I do my own research, I take my own equipment, I do what I do, and that's what it is. You share a photo, they will bash you, no matter what it is. Let's see, combative. I'm not combative. The thing is, when you talk logical, rational, want to have a conversation, down to earth, we can do that. Not when you act like you know everything. That doesn't work. And I never once spoke of any names. None. Well, except Rio in that video. But in the video where I shared my messages, I never said any names. So why is Darren coming out saying this, Mr. Darkwing? Is that guilt? I wonder. More to come. Don't you worry. Anyway, but if you treat the old timers like you know it all and act shocked that they get combative, it's all about respect. So you have to respect them. He's telling you this. If you don't respect their guidelines, it's right here. It's right there. So go ahead and pause your screen and read that. It's right there. Basically, if you don't, guys, if you don't respect them, you're shunned. He said it himself. This is what I'm trying to tell you people. If you don't follow their guideline, if you don't follow their ways, if you don't follow everything they want you to do, everything you do is no good. Never will be. You're not in the in crowd. Nothing. Ever. I wonder why. You basically helped prove my point. Good job. Sorry, the phone rang. Give me 1 second here. So, back to my point. Anyway, I was trying to get some of this other information out to you guys. There was something as user profile, Darkwing, blogger, publishing tool. Just so you know who sent it, you can read it, zoom it in. It's all right there. It's just been reposted about 25,000 times on 5 different groups. That's how bad they're trying to make me look. So that's really crazy, isn't it? Just because you have the contacts on the inside, right? But they say, you know, even bad publicity is publicity. It's good. So if you want to bring people my way, that is fine, completely understandable. But when you're going to badmouth me, I'm not with that. So now for the surprise, right? More to come on that whole other issue next time. I'll get some more proof rolling and I'll get it out there to you guys. So I said I was going to divulge more information on the 12th. So on the eve of the 12th, I have to get bashed by this whole Bigfoot cabal, right? Anyway, I received something in the mail today. I really did. Guess what I got? FLIR. Thermal Imaging Scope. A Pulsar Quantum HD 38S. Calibration, on, off. Amazing. I'd like to thank who sent this because I have no idea who sent it to me. It's almost like new. It smells almost new. So I'd appreciate this. We're actually going to use this during our camp out. I've got a mini DVR recorder that I'm going to hook to this and record some footage. Hey, so you can actually see. And this is awesome. Thermal imager, guys. Wonder if that proves my point. Anyway, stay positive. If you did send this to me, or whoever did, please let me know. Drop me a note on Facebook or somewhere. I'll know that you did by what was in the box. I just think it's odd that all this is happening. So anyway, I was trying to be all done with this, but all they want to do is bash you. Trust me, guys. There's a species out there in the woods, and they're trying not to divulge it. They're trying not to share things. They're trying to keep this suppressed. They are not who you think they are. But for some reason, Darren has stepped to the forefront, Mr. Darkwing, and shared this and got this out there, trying to badmouth me for some reason. That's cool. I'm not about that. I'm not trying to badmouth people, because I didn't name anybody to begin with. But they went right out and badmouthed me and tried to defame me and whatever you want to call it, defamation and all of that. You know, that brings up a good point. I'll just keep that to myself, though. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. Thermal, right there, buddy. Thanks, guys. Stay positive. We're all about good research, getting in the woods, trying to stay away from negativity. Just remember, they may have people on their team. I have people on my team. So I'm not going to make this a pissing contest, because I'm a grown-ass man. I state the facts, and what happens is when people get hurt or feel the need to bash somebody because they're scared or they don't understand, or how this person could get this information because they sat in on Skype meetings, and it's funny. It really is. It's funny. Anyway, I extended my reach to Rio. That's what everybody wanted, so that's what I'm doing. Let's move forward. Let's prove they exist, because that is the best way to do this. The evidence is out there, guys. You just need to get it. And the thing is, don't even bother sharing it. Do your YouTube thing, share it on YouTube, and that's it. Don't share it in the groups no more, because all they'll do is come after you. They'll bash you. Everything I said is coming true, isn't it? Why are you doubting me? Western New York Bigfoot, guys. I'm out.